And we are live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today on this Paradise Pack Q&A session. And Jason, unfortunately, couldn't be with us today because he had a family thing happening. But I just wanted to say thank you for joining us. If you see me looking over this way, it's because I have the question and answer, the kind of the chat roll over there. So I'm going to be monitoring that as well. And Tiffany is our Paradise a big part of our Paradise Pack project. She is the one who's been doing all the customer service stuff and been helping with us with a lot of stuff there. So she is over there in the chat box as well. So I just want to say welcome to everyone who is who's joining us today. Thank you for taking the time to join us. We wanted to do it at 1 p.m. Eastern so we could catch people in the Pacific time zone, get people in the Eastern time zone. We get some of you guys over in Europe, and hopefully it'd be a little early for people out in Australia and all, but wanted to try to catch as many people as possible. And the reason for doing this and what we wanted to do and the reason we want to do it right away was because we know a lot of you are diving in already or getting ready to dive in, and you have some questions. And so what I want to do is hop on today and answer any questions that you may have about the best way to go about using the Paradise Pack. I haven't told anyone else this either, but we are going to be just for Paradise Pack buyers, and we decided to do this kind of as the sale was going on, and we were getting questions in, and we were so much amazing feedback from people. We're actually going to be doing some other stuff as well over the next month or two, where we're going to be giving you even more support, and we've got some exciting announcements about stuff like that. But just so that you know that you are not alone here. We didn't get you the Paradise Pack and then say, hey, see you later, good luck. We want to be here to support you in any way possible in your journey towards location independence, towards traveling more, towards all of that stuff. And so that's what we're going to do today. So what I would love to see, and I know if you're having any issues or anything like that, you can sign in on the chat roll below. So right on this video is the chat box. And if you can't see me, hit refresh. Thank you for that, Tiffany. If you can't see me, make sure to hit refresh. And sign in there. You could sign in with Facebook, within Twitter or anything like that. And let me know where everyone is right now. So we've got about 35 people on the call right now. So let me know where you're coming from. I'm here in Philadelphia. Tiffany is still hanging out in Scotland. So a little ahead of me here, and that's pretty cool. So let me know where you're at. And also what I want to do is just start taking your questions, because that's what this is about. This is your questions. And again, Tiff's in the chat box, so I'll let her handle the questions in there and get to them. But I want to answer some live as well to get them. So I'm kind of scrolling through right now. And so please let me know what those exact questions are that you have about the Paradise Pack. So I see, all right, we've got Vanessa in New York and Chris and Bradley in West Palm Beach, Portland, Tiffany, Bristol, Dallas, Paige, Michigan, soon to be Brazil. That's awesome. Northern Virginia, upstate New York, Manhattan, Istanbul, Turkey. Astramis, nice to see you're coming to us from Turkey. And Dallas, Texas, San Francisco, California, London, Toronto, Houston. All right, so awesome. People from all over. Chris coming from Miami, Amaret from Houston. So that is really, really cool. I do see a question here already, or something that I'm gonna that I'll touch on right off the bat. Amaret Kwan asks, some sort of roadmap like you mentioned would be super helpful for people looking for different things, traveling, starting a particular business, etc. The number of courses is overwhelming. So let's start with that. And as I talk, if you have questions, please put them in there. Tiffany will answer some in the chat. I'll get to the ones, and we'll speak live to that as well. The number of questions or the number of courses, as you mentioned, being overwhelming. Yes, that is one of the. So what we try to do, to give you a little peek behind the curtain of the Paradise Pack, what we try to do is make sure that we're giving you everything that you could possibly need. That is the goal of this, to make it a one-stop shop for location independence. And what we try to do is make sure that every kind of vertical, every kind of little niche is filled, from copywriting with Mish's course to finding your passion with Jacob's course to, how building a business with Omar and Brian's courses, to blogging with Ruth, to Frequent Flyer Bootcamp with my course, and Triple Your Travel with Brendan. So we try to touch all of these things. And so it makes sense. There's a lot in there. It's different from any other product out there because you're not just getting one course, you're getting 20, 25 courses. And so what we will be doing this year as you kind of touched on, Amaret, and we're putting that together this week, and we'll probably be able to get it out to you either over the weekend or early next week. And one thing I would suggest to anyone with, obviously you all did check your email. That's how you found out about this. But one thing I do want to recommend is that you continue to check your email, because we're going to be sending you updates. We're going to be sending you stuff that can help you. So make sure you're checking your email, and we will be putting together a roadmap for sure. And it will be exactly like you said, Amaret. It will be, okay, if you're looking to start a blog, I would start with this course. And for blogging, it's pretty straightforward, because I would start with Ruth's course, because her thing is all about blogging. And then, I would say, okay, and you might want to supplement it by going through Brian's course as well, as you're going through Ruth's, or kind of simultaneously, because Brian's course then talks about how to like think of stuff as a business. So as you're starting your blog, it does help to then also be thinking of it from a different way. And that's what Brian's really good at is, okay, well, how can you structure stuff ahead of time so that, like, as you're building this base, you're building it to be able to scale later. And so that's what's really neat, is that all these products are going to be working hand in hand with each other, but we are going to be giving you a roadmap saying, here's our recommendations. Now, of course, some of you have already gotten in there and have already found courses that you love, and that you're going to start with, and right where you're going to start. And that's totally cool. We're not saying you have to follow this, it's just general advice for where we recommend people start. So that's to kind of touch on the big question that we've been getting a lot, and that Tiffany and Mike have been getting a lot with the customer support emails, like, where do I start? And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a roadmap to help you out, and just get you started with which ones to do. So great question, Amaret. And I know a lot of people, other people asked it. And that, just to clarify, that roadmap we will be sending out to you will be sent out hopefully by early next week. You'll be getting that. So again, keep your eye on your email, please, because that's how we're going to be getting all this stuff to you. That's our point of contact with you, is through this email. So if you're not part of the Location Indie community, that's totally cool. But our way of contacting you is through email. So please keep an eye on your email. All right. So here's another question. So I'm going to try to get to your questions, and next time we do this, we might do it a different way too with the questions. But either way, I'm scrolling through here, and a lot of them are similar, so I'm picking some. So guest 727, will there be more Q&As like this down the road after you have a chance to really get into the weeds? So as I mentioned, we weren't really planning on doing this, but we were just so overwhelmed with the feedback from people, and how excited everyone is, and how excited we were that you got the Paradise Pack and all that, yes, over the next month to 2 months, we have some really cool stuff that we're going to be rolling out to help support you. One of those will be question and answer sessions, much like this, because we wanted to jump in and do this one right away to kind of get you started, and to say and to answer any of those questions you have. But yes, we will continue to do things as we go, which I know, like, yay, we're really excited about it. I hope you're really excited about it as well. We will continue to do these types of things as we go along, as you're able to dive deeper and deeper and deeper. We don't expect you to, like, open up and go through everything right away. We know that's impossible. So we are looking to do that as well. And again, we'll be getting you more information with email. I don't have exact dates or anything just yet, because Jason and I got off a call earlier today, and that's what we're trying to figure out, is the exact dates of when we're going to do it. So we'll be sending you an email out about that. So yes, we will have more of these types of things as you are able to, as guest 727 says, get a chance to really get into the weeds there. So, all right. And Sandy from Allentown, right up the road from me. So hi, Sandy. All right. So here we go. Tiffany was answering some of that. Okay. All right. Here's a good question. And I'm sorry, guys, I have to scroll through these as I go. But a really good question. Have you received feedback from previous purchases on the best way to use the package? For instance, do one course at a time or 10 minutes on each course a day? This is from guest 744. This is going to depend on your need. And that's one of the reasons we're going to get the roadmap out to you to tell you where to start. But my gut, and the way that I attack this Paradise Pack, because I also go through these products as well, and I use them and love them as well, is I typically pick 2 or 3 courses that I want to dive into first based on what I need. So for me, actually, I'll give you examples from this year's Paradise Pack. There are so many amazing courses, but the ones that I'm looking forward most to going through, and some of them I've already gone all the way through. I've already gone through Jacob's Living on Purpose course like a year ago. So I've gone through some stuff with Roos EBA Light course. They're awesome. But for example, what I'm looking at with this pack is I am looking first to go into Gabby's course about YouTube, because that's something that I've never done really well, is optimize our YouTube channel and kind of her 7 steps to be seen course. So for example, I'm picking out that. I'm picking out Brian's course, which I've kind of gone through before, but I actually want to go through again. And that's the keys to more customers and clients. And so I'll be going through that as well. So those like 2 are the ones that stick out to me right away that I know that I will be going through first, because they're the 2 that where I'm at, that interest me the most at this point. So I would recommend you pick out 1 to 3, maybe 4, but I wouldn't try to overwhelm yourself with it. And I would start going through them first. And what's really cool about the courses, as you get into them, you can, you could skip ahead, you can skip lessons, you could say, okay, I already know this, but I don't know this. So that's how I would attack it, with picking a few that you want to go through first and do that right away. And then, as Tiffany mentioned in here, and for anyone who was unclear about this, you have access to these courses forever. So and before I get to any questions, I want to make this really clear. Here is what I suggest you do. And we've been getting a lot of feedback about this, about having to sign up for all these courses now. And the only reason you have to do that is because instead of you getting ebooks, like that's what's so cool about this year's Paradise Pack, is most of it is online video courses, which if anyone knows anything about online video courses, they're way more expensive than reading an ebook. So everyone structures it differently, but you have to sign up so that you can get access to those videos. There was no way that we could take someone's videos, zip them up into a file and send them out to you, because it would take you 5 hours, 10 hours to download them, because there'd be literally 10, 30, 50 gigs worth of videos. And that wasn't going to work for anyone because we couldn't deliver it to you. So what we did, and the easiest option, was for you to be able to sign into their courses and get access to those videos. So what I would highly suggest everyone does is take 45 minutes. And what you will do is you could just create you could write on a piece of paper, you could create a little spreadsheet, you could have a little Google Word doc up, whatever it is. And go into each one of the products. And for those that you have to sign up to get access with, do that now. So like, for example, Frequent Flyer Bootcamp. What you have to do to get Frequent Flyer Bootcamp is you go and it'll take you to there'll be instructions in there. It'll be PDF. If you've done it, you already know. It takes you to a page and it asks you to sign up. So all you have to do is you have to put your name, your email address. You have to put your credit card in, because unfortunately there's no way for you to purchase it and get access to it without putting your credit card in. Another thing that we ran into, and we fought tooth and nail with these companies, but it's just, there's nothing we can do when it's huge companies like PayPal and credit card companies and stuff like that. There's only so much pull that we have with them. So you have to put your credit card in, but it's $0, so it doesn't get charged. And then you get access to Frequent Flyer Bootcamp, and that gets sent to you via email. And then you have those files forever. So what I would suggest everyone do is go in, sign up for all those courses. There's 25 things in the pack, and about 18, I don't remember the exact count, 18 of them are like courses that you have to sign up for. It'll take you about 45 minutes. Go in, sign up for them, write down your username, write down your password, jot down a little note of like, hey, I have to go to this link to get there. I would even start like a bookmarks folder, maybe on your computer, and say like Paradise Pack logins and stuff like that. And then you have access to them, and you'll have access to them forever. So that is what I would suggest you do, because once you get in there, you have access forever. But I would just highly suggest you do that now, because, what if a link gets broken or something happens? I just do it now, and then you have all the access, is what I would say. And that answers Chris Marabe said, I literally have not used any of them yet. Can I start this weekend? They won't expire, right? No, they won't expire, but I would suggest you get in, get them all, get your username and password all set up for all of them, or get the video sent to you, see how you log in and then start doing it. So great question. Thanks for answering that, Tiff, as well. Yeah, Citizen Coco says, I love that you're offering more value. I'm more excited about than I expected to be. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Offering more. We're trying to offer more value. I apologize if any of these are getting answered by Tiff in the chat. I'm just going to pull some of them out as well as I scroll through. Vanessa says, just wondering how many Paradise Pack were sold. How big is the newbie community? What about starting a Facebook page for continuing question and answers? Okay, so you guys have, I'm glad we're all in the same mind here. Vanessa, to answer your question, I don't remember the exact count. It was over 1,500 Paradise Packs sold. So we've got over 1,500 newbies, which is awesome. I mean, 1,500 people, now we're talking about, I don't want to use the word a revolution, but a movement of awesome people and so many cool people doing so many things. That's what's so amazing about the Paradise Pack. It's like once a year, you get this big push of awesome people. And our goal is to help you all mobilize each other and to not lose that feeling and to kind of be with people who get you and are working through it at the same rate. So just like you asked, Vanessa, what we are going to be doing, this is another thing Jason and I talked about today. We have a community location, Indy, where people are helping each other do that. But we understand not everyone's ready to join the community. It is a paid community and things like that. Not everyone, we got about 100 and some people who bought the Paradise Pack in there, which is awesome. Not everyone's ready for that. That's fine. So what we are thinking of doing, yes, is starting a Facebook page that people can be in, that you can chat with each other, that you can make connections, that you can help each other, you can ask questions, things like that. So yes, that is something we will be doing. And again, that is what we are going to be rolling out to you. This kind of post-Paradise Pack plan, we're going to be rolling that out to you over the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So like you need to please keep an eye on your email. That's how we can get a hold of you. Dustin asked, down the road, are some of these Q&As going to include some of the other content creators so people can dive into their content and then join a Q&A with them? Maybe. That's not something I can promise because obviously a lot of these people are really busy, and getting them to even be part of the Paradise Pack and putting their products in and discounting it and coming on and doing the live cast, all that kind of stuff. That was amazing in its own right. Getting these basically some of the biggest names in this space to come on and hang out and really be a part of this. Not easy to do. I mean, people are really glad and happy to do it, but it's just a lot of work. So I can't promise we're going to do that. Now, I will say, Dustin, and you'll hear me say this, that inside our location Indy community, each month we do question and answers with experts. And obviously, after the Paradise Pack, some of those experts are going to be people who were the content creators from the Paradise Pack who are going to come on and help lead this. So that is something we're going to be doing inside location. Whether we're going to be doing that just for everyone is something I'm going to have to try to, I would love to get people to be able to do that, but I can't promise that. But as I mentioned earlier, we will be doing Q&A sessions and accountability calls and stuff like that. And we'll be giving you the deets on that over the next couple weeks. Okay. Ingil, so Ivy says, does Omar and Brian's course include something on taxes? It's the only thing I'm really worried about. If not, maybe you could do a webinar on that. So, Ivy, what we do so the tax question is a difficult one, one that we've struggled with over the last 3 years, and we're still getting a hang on it. And the reason it's so difficult is that people who bought the Paradise Pack come from, I don't remember the number, but we're talking 30 plus, 40 plus countries. Obviously, taxes are different in every single country. So it's very difficult to put. So what we try to do with the Paradise Pack is put in content that is what we call evergreen. Evergreen means it lives there, it exists there. It's not super time specific, so that if in 3 months you go to someone's course, you don't get any value of it. We want it to be content that you continue to get value out of. Now, there might be like a little blurb in each one that might be a little different. For example, my boot camp, I might talk about a credit card that I recommend opening that doesn't exist anymore. We update it and we keep it current and stuff, but that can happen. But typically what we try to do is evergreen. It's really hard to do that on taxes, especially in this field of location independence, because here's the thing that we've discovered with taxes over the last 4 years. No one knows. It's such a gray area with, hey, I live anywhere. Where should I file my taxes? How do I do my taxes? The self-employment stuff isn't as much of a gray area because there's a ton of people self-employed. But what we found is that it's really difficult to do stuff with digital nomad taxes because of the fact that no one even, I mean, we've sat down with probably over 30 tax experts. And even they're like, listen, guys, we can't offer much advice because no one really knows, because it's just, it lives in this gray area. So we will try to do a webinar on that. We do touch on that inside the Location Indie community some, but it's so ever changing that it's hard to put something in the pack that's going to help answer the questions because there's so many people from so many countries. All right. A guest asks, okay, and Tiffany, you got to this. Somewhere I saw mentioned a previous year's Paradise Pack. Can these be purchased at a discount? No, like Paradise Pack, once it's gone, it's gone. So like this 2016 one can never be purchased again. We've had people emailing us about it, saying they missed it for whatever reason, and we just have to say no. There's no way we can. So, we don't offer the 2014 one or the 2015 one or now the 2016 one at all. Now, in the future, we might do more of these Paradise Packs. We're still trying to feel out whether it's a good fit and whether it all comes down to whether we can get really good products again and stuff like that. So there will be other Paradise Packs, but these versions, these bundles will not exist again, and they don't. Girl asked, how long until the various logins passwords work for all the courses to be good? And that's a really good question, and we kind of touched on that already. So get in and get the username and password as quick as possible, and you will then have access to the courses forever. I would just recommend doing that because there's no reason not to, because it guarantees you have it. They should last for a while, but stuff. Just get in, get your access, get inside so that you're in all those courses. That's the best advice I can get. And another question, am I still able to join Location Indie if I didn't sign up when I bought the Paradise Pack? And then Erica right after that says, what is Location Indie? So just to be really clear, okay, Tiff, you put that in the chat as well. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of scrolling down as we get there. Yeah, so, okay, but just to be really clear about that, Location Indie came about, to give you the short story, because after the 2014 Paradise Pack, the very first one we did, people asked us, hey, this is really great, but how do I, where do I go? How do I meet people who are doing this? How do I stay connected to people? I had such a good time over Paradise Pack week, and I learned from you guys, and there's always people doing it, but how do I get to connect with them? How do I be around people who are doing the same thing as me, who get it? And we didn't have a good answer. There was no answer. And so we started thinking about it, and people were asking, do you guys think you could start a community, this and that? And it wasn't something we had thought about before. And then we sat down, we sketched out, and we said, yeah, there's a need for this, and we'd love to do it. So, and we're very big on community and people helping each other, because Jason and I know what we've done, and we know our little niches, and we're good at that. And but really, there's so much more wealth of knowledge out there and so much more brain power when everyone's together. So what we did is we started a community in February of 2015 called Location Indie. And it is a membership site. And what it is you pay monthly. It's $33 a month right now. That will probably go up in the future, but right now it's $33 a month. And you get access to the forums. So 24/7 access. It's private forums. You can only be on the forums if you're a part of Location Indie. You're asking questions, you're getting feedback. There's all types of different things you can do on the forums. It's basically like a huge chat and a place to interact with the other 250, 300 members. We also every month do a question and answer session with an expert, just like I was touching on earlier, where we bring people on to talk about a specific topic, whether that be blogging, whether that be running retreats, whether that be how to use Amazon and sell on Amazon, whatever it is, it's a question and answer session with an expert on a specific topic that you want to know about, because that's how we get the experts. We ask, who do you want us to bring on? What do you want to know about? Also, each month, we also do a workshop, and that is typically Jason or I, or sometimes an expert, depending on what the subject is, coming on and teaching you very specific things about how to do it. So the Q&A is your chance to get your questions answered. The workshop is more of like a teaching session where for an hour or 2 hours, we sit down and we say, all right, this is exactly how you do it. And we walk you through stuff step by step. And then we also do stuff where we do in-person meetups, and then we do virtual meetups every month as well. And you get put in little mastermind groups, and you get smaller, you have smaller groups and things like that. So it is our way of keeping the fire burning in you and keeping you, giving you support and keeping you accountable and introducing you to 250, 300 people that are all doing the same thing and working towards the same goal. So that is what, Location Indie is. And if you didn't join during the Paradise Pack sale, because a lot of you had questions about it, didn't know what it was, and we kind of offered it, and we shot you the video and offered it. We will also be sending out an email about that, about how you can still join if you didn't join when you bought the Paradise Pack. And I think I'm going to try to come up with some sort of special offer for people, just people who bought the Paradise Pack, only you guys, not everyone, because we only open it a couple times a year to members, because we want, when people get in, our goal is to nurture those people as they're in and not grow this to this huge number and not be able to help people. It's like, no, the people who are in, we are adamant about helping. So we only open it up a few times a year. And I don't know when we're going to open it up again, to be honest. So maybe there's a way we can get Paradise Pack people in who are interested. And again, I'll have to talk with Jason about it, and we'll have to see how we can do that. But that's that with Location Indie. So if you have more questions about it, let us know. And Tiffany put it in. You can go locationindie.com and you could sign up for the newsletter list there. But you're already on the Paradise Pack buyer, so we'll be getting you information that way as well. All right. Astrumus says, from Istanbul, Turkey, regarding travel-related courses like Frequent Flyer Bootcamp, due to visa requirements, departure will be from Istanbul, not America or Europe, etc. Will I be able to benefit from those courses? So, yeah, here's the thing with all the courses that we put in. Every single course we put in can be used by people from anywhere in the world. The one caveat to that, the only exception, and it still can be used by anyone in the world, is the Frequent Flyer Bootcamp course. It's just a little different because, as you mentioned, with the requirements, with how you earn frequent flyer miles and where you're leaving from and what credit cards you're able to get and what online shopping portals you can go through, there's a little bit of difference there. The Frequent Flyer Bootcamp course, Astrumus, still go through. There's still information about it. The credit card offers will be different for you, for sure, but the strategies are all the same. So like the way that you earn frequent flyer miles will be a little different than people in the US, but the strategies of how to use them and how to leverage them are the same. So, and then the other 24 courses are all able to be used, like the blogging course and the business courses and Brennan's Triple Your Travel course and Ginger's Travel Savvy course. All of and the freelance writing course, all that will still be able to be used by anyone. That doesn't change. The only thing that's a little different is the Frequent Flyer Bootcamp course. That's it. So yes, you will still benefit from all of them. All the travel ones, the Frequent Flyer Bootcamp course, yes. And then of all the other travel ones, 100% yes, because they are can be used by anyone. Okay. Mark asked, okay, so he asked Tiffany, and she got to that. So that's good about possibly being in the Paradise Pack. Here's our goal. I want to tell everyone about the goal of the Paradise Pack. Our goal is that people who buy the Paradise Pack, so this has not happened yet, but our goal is for people who buy the Paradise Pack, for you all out there who bought the 2016 Paradise Pack, I would be the happiest person in the world if next year, 2017, you had a course or an ebook or something like that on a subject that we wanted to put in the Paradise Pack and you were a contributor next year. We have had it happen. Like Nate, he wasn't a Paradise Pack buyer, but he was like he was part of our Location Indie community, and his Mistake Fair manual is in this year's Paradise Pack. So we have had like people that we've been very close with who were starting, who have now become contributors. I don't think we've had anyone who was a Paradise Pack buyer be a contributor yet, and that makes sense because 2014 was only 2 years ago, and it was a lot smaller of a sale because we were just getting started. But my goal, and I would love this, and this is what I'd love. This is a challenge I'm putting out to someone, and if anyone does this, I'll give them a crazy awesome surprise. if someone right now is saying, I'm starting, or I've started, but like I got to Paradise Pack 2016 to kick my butt in gear, my goal is to create a course or a product that is in the 2017 Paradise Pack. Listen, that's my challenge. I'm laying down to you. That would be amazing, and that would make me the happiest person. And if that happened, I'm going to be throwing a party for you. So let's make that happen. And I set this goal for myself when I went to the conference that I loved called the World Domination Summit, and I said, I'm going to come back and speak at this conference the next year. Now, I didn't, because I didn't end up going back because I was actually traveling. But I have since gone back and held like meetups and not spoken on the main stage, but done stuff. But that was my goal. I remember sitting there saying, I have all this energy. I have all this passion. There's so much going on. I'm so inspired. I'm going to be up on the stage next year. And that's what I would love for you guys to say right now, is that you're going to be a part of next year's Paradise Pack, that you're going to be a contributor to next year's Paradise Pack, because we kicked your butt, got you in gear, and now you're able to have a product. So that would be really, really cool. So we're going to be staying in touch with you. Please stay in touch with us, and let's make that happen. All right. No problem, Sandy. Okay. Okay. I'm just sorry, guys. I got to scroll through here. Okay, someone asked, is there a Facebook group for Frequent Fire Bootcamp? Can we access it? There is a Facebook group for Frequent Fire Bootcamp. I have not been able to get in and approve people yet, because it's been crazy over here, as you guys can imagine. So I get people asking me in Frequent Fire Bootcamp Facebook group all the time who have never bought it. I don't know how they find out about it. I guess they Google it. I don't know. So I have to go in and look one by one. Okay, did this person buy the Paradise Pack and approve them? So it's going to take me a little while, but I will get everyone who bought the Paradise Pack into Frequent Fire Bootcamp Facebook group. So you'll be in there. Don't worry. It might just take me a while to sift through all that. All right. Okay, we got a few more questions about the Location Indie thing. How many people are in Location Indie? And then AKM asked, are the Ask the Expert Q&As recorded and available if you can't make it live? So how many people are in Location Indie? I haven't been able to, the dust hasn't settled yet with the Paradise Pack, so I haven't been able to get in. We've approved everyone who joined through the Paradise Pack, but I haven't been able to see a final number. So at this point, I'm going to guess it's anywhere between 250 and 350, which is a number we love, because it's definitely large enough that you have people doing all types of crazy stuff, and people are constantly giving feedback, and there's enough people in there to really, really get some momentum, but it's small enough that you're not overwhelmed and you don't get lost by any means. And that's why we have taken, it started February 2015, and we have purposefully over these 18 months built it really, really, really slow. And that's why we only let people in a few times a year, because we're not looking for these huge numbers right away, because we want to build it to be perfect for the people who are in, and be able to implement feedback, which becomes a lot harder if there's thousands of people in. AKM, in Location Indie, the Ask the Expert questions and answers are recorded. Everything we do is recorded, and it is put into our video section, and we are actually rebuilding that to make it much easier, much better. That's going to take a few months, but we're rebuilding all the, what we see as the two main parts of it are the, is the forum where people interact with each other, and then the resources and the videos and the, I guess we'll call it the learning materials. And so everything that we do is recorded and put in there. So right now, people who join Location Indie through the Paradise Pack, they have access to over 24 videos, question and answers, and workshops that we've already done. And you can dive into them, and you can go through all of them at once or take your time with them. They live there forever. So yes, that will be there. Okay. Okay. If anyone, yeah. All right. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Dustin says, beyond excited about the second opportunity to join Location Indie. After hearing the explanation, sounds like a no-brainer. Yeah, Dustin, that's and then someone else says, can we offer it? All right, here I'm just making this is going to be a dictatorship for 1 minute. Yes, we'll offer it. We're going to do it. I'll chat with Tiff. We'll make it work. and we'll get an email out to you by early next week. Okay, I'm just trying to think of how we can make it work by early next week about how you can join. I will open that up again to everyone, and so yeah, I guess I'll have to send it out to the whole list. But yes, we'll send out a link, but we'll only probably do it once because I don't want to ram emails down people's throats. And for people who aren't interested in Location Indie, I don't want to keep hammering you with that by any means. But we'll still send out an email on how to join, because if you want in, we want you in. And I understand that it was a little confusing maybe when you got the Paradise Pack what it was. So yes, we will do that. And I haven't told Jason, but hey, he's not on the call, so I'll do that for you guys. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. It's okay. Nice. Okay, I'm just getting to the bottom. Sorry that I'm a little delayed here because I was reading. I accept your challenge, guest 7441, and Renao Travels says that will be me. Paige says challenge accepted. I have a great topic of mine that will help a lot of travelers, but it's not in the Paradise Pack. Awesome. All right. Well, we got 3 who say they're going to be in next year's Paradise Pack. So we're good. I guess we're doing a Paradise Pack next year. If we already have 3 things in, yeah, awesome. Let me know what those are, guys. The 3 that I mentioned: guest 7441, Renal Travels, and Paige. What are your ideas? Or if you want to keep it secret, that's fine as well. But please, like, our goal is to be helping you. So let's stay in touch. Anyone who's interested, let's stay in touch. We would love. Sorry. We would love to have you inside the Paradise Pack. That's the whole point of the community of Location Indie and the Paradise Pack, is that, like, people keep creating more and better things. And that's what's so amazing, is that a year ago, some of the stuff that we had in this year's Paradise Pack didn't exist. So in the 2015 Paradise Pack, some of the stuff that's in this new one wasn't even made yet. And there's always going to be more stuff coming up. And there's always going to be, like, more obstacles. And we all know, because we're in this world, that it's changing so quick. I mean, like the taxes that we touched on, like, that's why no one knows what the heck to do about digital nomad taxes. Because, like, what the heck is a digital nomad? Like, I know it exists, but I don't know. So it's constantly changing, and there's so much room for new products and new services. And as we mentioned, if you've been on any of the live casts, the beauty of this community, and I don't mean just the our Location Indie community, but I mean the entire location independent digital nomad community, is that it's not one built on competition. It's one built on support and helping each other and making everyone's lives better, because there are honestly so few of us out there. Even though we brought on experts and you've heard us talk about it, and we have 1,500 people who bought the Paradise Pack. I mean, that's such a small number when we look worldwide, that it's just an amazing group of people to be around. And everyone knows what it's like to have started. And you've heard my story, you've heard Jason's story, and you've heard a lot of the stories of the contributors, and everyone knows what it was like to be there at step 1 and know that they wanted something so bad, that they wanted this lifestyle of freedom, but they just didn't know how to get there. And they were like, just wish someone would help them. And that's what we're doing with the Paradise Pack and Location Indie. And that's why I love the Location Independent community as a whole, is just like, there's so much passion and so much love between people that it's really amazing. And that's why we are able to bring together 25 people to put their products in the Paradise Pack. So cannot wait to get everyone locked and loaded. And if we could have, oh man, if we could have just a Paradise Pack buyers Paradise Pack, like everyone who bought in 2016, we had enough products that then we could run a 2017 Paradise Pack just with people. I mean, think of how widespread that could be, because of the fact that then you're telling the story and you're able to say, I started 1 year ago and look what I have. So that would be amazing. So sorry for kind of getting off on the little tangent, but you guys just get me so excited about that. So, and Mark says, count me in as number 4. I'm already planning the party. And as CEO of our growing network of vacation homes, we have, okay, awesome. A non-virtual location for a big party to celebrate. Yes. That brings me up a really good point. We really believe in the power of community, as I've mentioned, and the biggest way to form a community is doing stuff in person. And it's not feasible all the time because all of us are location independent or want to be, and we love traveling. So we're all over the place. And Jason and I and Tiffany actually can't get together all, like, we have probably all been together in person. I don't know. Tiff, let me know in the chat. Maybe 3 times, maybe. I'm not sure. It's just really hard. But our goal for this next year, and we already sat down, as I mentioned, we had a little brainstorming session this morning, Jason and I, and the Paradise Pack team. We're going to have a big session next week with all of us, with all 6-7 people who are involved in it. Is to start doing in-person stuff as much as possible. And we've started doing that with Location Indie. We have in-person meetups. We did a big one in Brooklyn. Jason's met up with some people around the world. I did one in Philly. But our goal is to make that much bigger than just a few a year. And we want to do a conference. We want to do a retreat. I know I'm getting ahead of myself here. And we just want then to give you the ability to spread the word and do that as well. So that's another thing that we are trying to do is to get in-person meetups all around the world through Paradise Pack buyers and Location Indiers, and that's why our goal with the 2016 Paradise Pack is to continue to give you support. And as we said, have the Facebook group, open up Location Indie to you. Inside Location Indie, there's already a 2016 Paradise Pack buyers group for people who are like, okay, we're all at the same level. Let's get started together. That is the goal. Okay, so Tiffany says 1, so I was wrong with 3. So it's been 1, and it was at World Domination Summit. Yeah, so that we've all actually been together in person. We chat all the time, almost every day, but 1 time in person. So it's that's what we're going to be doing, guys. That's our goal. Just to let you in on a little secret, but it's in the beginning stages, and we already said, like, we're so excited with the Paradise Pack energy that we're like, we have to start doing stuff right away and get people in right away and really start with this in-person stuff and retreats and all, because we want to keep that energy. And we know it'll dissipate. It does for everyone, for us, for you. The energy will dissipate over a little bit, but our goal is to, it's not that you're always going to be at these high highs, but it's when that starts to dissipate, where is your support system? We don't want you getting all the way back down to here. It's like, no, you'll come down a little bit, but then you're at this level because you have Location Indie, because you have the Paradise Pack Facebook group, because you can go to an in-person meetup, because we have a conference around the corner, whatever it is. All right. So you never fall back down. And that's the goal. And that's why we built Location Indie, and that's why we built the support system, is because we don't want you falling all the way back down and then having to climb your way back up again. It's like, no, you're here. It's naturally going to ebb and flow a little bit, but let's keep you at this level. Let's keep us all at this level and everyone moving forward. Okay, Astramus says, for the Paradise Pack 2017 Contributor Challenge, which I love that we just all came up with this right now, guys. How can we contact you later on? Through mail, I guess. Let's... Oh, man, I got to write down all these ideas. Tiff, if you could help me out with this a little bit as we're on some of these ideas, some of the things that I tell people that we're going to do. Let's write them down so that we'll be contacting you through email, and we'll send this out. And I was actually going to send out an email either tomorrow or Monday about a testimonial challenge we were going to run. And the testimonial challenge is basically saying we want to have kick butt testimonials for the Paradise Pack and what we recommend people do and what we've seen work really well, because we'll give out some big prizes for the best ones, is to do before and after. And the only way to do it before is for you to film a video now of how you're feeling, what you're excited about, but where you are, what your situation is. And then 6 months from now, when you're up here, film it again. And I've seen people who have done this with their communities, and it's awesome. Like, because you have that real before of like, hey, I'm really excited about this, but I'm struggling with their start. I haven't taken the first step yet. I've always wanted to build this business about dog training, but I didn't know what to do. And that's why I'm really excited to get into Ruth's course about how to blog and maybe start a blog about dog training, and Gabby's course about the 7 steps to be seen, because I think a YouTube channel could be really cool. And you're just saying all that, right? And then 6 months later, You're saying it to the camera again. You're saying, yeah, I went through Gabby's course. I implemented all these videos, and here's what I did. And now I have 10,000 YouTube subscribers. So I'm going to be sending information out about that, but I also want to send out about this Paradise Pack 2017 contributor challenge as well. So we will send out emails about that. If you are interested in that, yeah, let's definitely connect. We'll send out something about that, and maybe we'll build a little group inside Location Indie with that contributor challenge. We definitely will, but if you're not part of Location Indie, we'll have to figure out a way to do that as well. All right. What else do we have? So that touched on the contributor challenge. Okay. So Amaret asks, Tiffany, have the team gotten together to get some information from Live Your Ledge about creating in-person communities locally? Yeah, they've successfully done that in 140 cities around the world. And Dustin says the same, and Amaret says the same. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Guys, I am huge fans of Live Your Legend. If you guys don't know that, it's liveyourlegend.net. Check that out. They're amazing. Really good friends with Scott. He was a mentor of mine when I first started, and really, really good friends with Chelsea, as a lot of you know. We did a Q&A together. Some of you who are in the Live Your Legend community might have heard about the Paradise Pack that way. And you know, we text back and forth a lot. And yeah, I am really good friends with everyone in the Live Your Legend community. From I've held Live Your Legend meetups in Philadelphia and stuff like that. And just love what they do. And we're basically trying to do a similar type thing, just in a little bit different of a way, in that, you know, it's a little bit more about the location independent lifestyle. And I know Live Your Legend talks a lot about that as well. And Chelsea and Scott went on their trip, and we're doing a year-long trip. And I helped them plan it, and kind of, they were going to go, but gave them the push they really needed to be like, you can do this. I do this. And, so that is something that's what we're trying to do, with a little bit more focus on the location independent part and being able to build a business that you can run from anywhere and things like that. So, yeah, I love it. And they will, I'm sure, play a very close or very important part of us trying to expand it, just like Tiff mentioned in the comments. Yeah, very cool. All right, so guys, I'm at the bottom here of like the comments. What else do you want to know about? I know I've kind of tried to touch on a variety of subjects about the support we're going to give you as we go along, about Location Indie and you guys being able to join that, about the best ways to kind of go at the courses. I would go at maybe 2 or 3 at a time, or even 1. I wouldn't try to do them all at once. About trying to, yes, you get it forever, but please get in there. And as Tiff mentioned, you can blitz through it in less than 45 minutes if you just sign up. Again, some are ebooks, and so you already have them. But if they're an online course you have to sign up for, please just go in, create a username, password, or do whatever it asks you to do, just so you have it and there's not an issue. Of course, we'll help you if there ever is an issue. And so will the contributors who are part of it. They're going to work with you, but it's just way easier for everyone, yourself included, if you just go in now, blitz through it in 45 minutes, keep a little spreadsheet or a little list of your usernames and passwords and how you got in and all that kind of stuff. And just do that. So get signed up. So you do have access forever, but get signed up as quick as possible. I know, for example, Ruth's course, EBA Lite, their little expiration thing, not on the course, but on just for you to get in and have access to sign up, is like July 31st, because there's something with the system they use that they could only give 2 months. Like, it wouldn't work any other way. And that's the reason, guys, is that everyone uses different software to set up their courses. And, you know, when you're dealing with companies like that run this huge software, you know, you're just like a small fish to them. And so, like, you have to play by their rules. So just get in, sign up if you can. So touch on that. What else do you have? What other questions are there? Whether it's a specific course that maybe I can help answer, like a question about a course, whether it's like, hey, here's my situation, where do you think I should start? Or whether it's a general thing about the lifestyle. about, what we should be doing, things like that. And I've got a few in there, so I'm going to get to them and just keep them coming. We've got another 12, 15 minutes. I'll stay home with you guys. I'm here to help you. So, if you have questions, I'm here to answer them. That's what I'm here to do for you. Vanessa says, the most difficult for me is the business idea validation, getting over the anxiety associated with making the leap, both financially and mentally. Vanessa, that's a really good point. So let me kind of give two pieces of advice for that. The business idea validation. If you got our workshop, okay, here's for anyone who bought the Paradise Pack on the live cast or before. So this was Friday or before. You got our workshop. And this is actually inside of Location Indie as well. So if you remember Location Indie, you'll get it too. Where we talk, we walk you through the process of building a location independent business in one weekend. And that sounds crazy, but it can be done. And I'm going to give you two tips on getting over the anxiety associated with it. One, don't try to go big right away. Just start. Okay. So to validate your idea, what I would do is I would always reach out to your network in the beginning. One, because you don't want to put a lot of time and effort into something that people don't want and building it and wasting your time and that people won't buy. And two, it makes it way less scary. So I did this exact thing with Heather a couple months ago. My wife, she is making a course for basically how to find your style, stay fashionable, save money when you're getting your outfits, but like look put together, have the confidence, like have your outfits and your fashions and everything give you confidence versus the other way around. And so we're like thinking about this course, and of course she knows all about this, and she has all these ideas. And I said, okay, but before we build the course, here's what we're going to do. You're going to ask people, like you're going to help them, your friends and your family, and you're going to see what questions they ask you, because that's going to help guide what you make. Because if they have those questions, other people have those questions. So what I would suggest you do, Vanessa, is I would put out to friends and family or on your Facebook, your personal Facebook, things like that. And whatever your topic is or your idea is, put it out there and say, hey, I'm looking to do I want to do a free workshop with 5 people. So if you're interested below, let me know. Okay. And then you whatever your workshop, whatever the topic is on, and then you get people who are interested in this subject, and then you send them or you talk to them on the phone, or you just send them a short survey. Again, this take like 3 minutes to make a survey or 10 minutes, and you ask them open-ended questions, and you say, hey, what are your biggest struggles when it comes to your style? What are the obstacles that you always have when you're going shopping? Like I'm using Heather as an example. What are your biggest what do you feel anxiety about? You ask them these open-ended questions so you get to the heart of the matter, and then you do it. And so that's mentally how to get through it, because you're just taking a small step. You're just helping out people with a skill that you already have. You're not trying to sell it to 1,000 million people. You're just doing that. Financially, I always tell people, if you already have a current job, to not jump off the cliff and quit your job if you can swallow it for X amount of months or weeks or whatever. Don't make this new business take as much financial strain off it as possible. And so if you already have a job that isn't killing you, that you don't hate, that you have to quit right now, continue doing that and do this in your spare time. And that's exactly how I built my business. I was teaching in Japan. I had 8 months. I spent all my side time building my blog and learning how to even create a blog and writing and finding my voice and all that. And I didn't have any idea how I was going to make money and all that, but I had 8 months to figure it out. And so I just kept doing that while I was still teaching. So instead of watching Netflix and doing all this other stuff, like in my spare time, I did that. And it took the financial strain off it for that time, because you weren't jumping in and having to be successful financially right away. So that's what I would recommend, Vanessa. I hope that helps. And I think that's a huge question. And again, a lot of this stuff, we dive really deep into Location Indie. This is like 5 minutes of overview, but I get it. All of us have been there. And those are the pieces of advice I would give for mentally getting over the hurdle, is just start and do it small and do it with your friends and family and people who trust you, and just have fun. And then financially, don't try to make a lot of money off it right away. Just try to build it the way that you feel comfortable with, so you're not cutting corners. Dustin says, how many businesses projects are you running at once? Looking to get location independent, but not really sure where to start. Do I take it one project at a time or try to start multiple little things and see what takes off? Yeah. So, okay. I hope and then you said, Dustin, sorry, I didn't see the second part. I'm with Vanessa. The first step is always the hardest. Definitely. Definitely. I couldn't agree with you more. The first step is always the hardest. That's why this workshop we did about how to start a location independent business in one weekend. That's why, and if you guys haven't seen that and you bought the Paradise Pack Friday or before, go watch that. We sent you an email with it out there. It's an hour-long workshop. I cram everything I know into that hour-long workshop. And it's all about taking the first step. So to get to your question, Dustin, I would focus on one thing. But like I said with Vanessa, I wouldn't try to make it the biggest, baddest thing ever. I would start small and focus on helping the people you already know with a skill you already have. So for example, I started writing my blog about frequent flyer miles, right? When I just first started, I never envisioned I would run a Paradise Pack or have a community called Location Indie. I didn't even know what location independence was 4 years ago. I truly didn't. I just knew that if I could start a blog and make money off it, then I could feasibly write from anywhere. I didn't even really know other people were doing it. Like in my head, it made sense that other people were doing, but I didn't know anyone who was doing it. So I just started writing what I knew. That's what I did. I wrote about frequent flyer miles and figured I'm going to help people with frequent flyer miles. And at first it was just friends and family. Then more people started coming to the blog. But, don't overwhelm yourself with trying to. I was always a huge idea person. And it always held me back from doing anything. For like 5 years, I didn't do anything because I was like, I'm going to start the biggest thing. And I'm going to start this ticket sale company like StubHub, but it's going to do this. And like just overwhelming stuff that I wouldn't even be able to pull off now. So that's what I would recommend. Starting small, helping friends and family, or people in your Facebook network. I always think that's a great way to do it because it's not just friends and family. Like people come out of the woodwork if you're offering a free workshop on something that they want to know. And that gives you some really good feedback. Getting feedback from them, then stepping forward and then using that to build. So maybe in 3 months you start to build an online course. After you get an idea of what people want, maybe in 1 month you start because people give you awesome feedback. So that's what I would do. Dustin and Vanessa and anyone else who's like having problems with starting. And if you got that workshop in your email, I mean, I'm not going to say it's the best hour you'll ever spend because that seems like I'm like patting my own back a lot because I did it, but it's the best hour you can spend that I know of for how to start. And that's why I created it, was because I just wanted to help people with how to start. All right, guest 7441. I've just returned from a trip to Vietnam and more, 30 days traveling free using frequent flyer miles. I'm now interested in combining frequent flyer miles with house sitting. Is house sitting part of this year's Paradise Pack? If not, can you recommend a site? Thanks. Okay, house sitting. No, we didn't fill that vertical this year because last year, basically the best product in the world about house sitting comes from our really good friends, Nat and Jody. And they had their product in last year. And again, every product is new every year. So we couldn't really put their thing in. Maybe we'll put it in next year because it's been 2 years, whatever. But I'm going to give you their thing. Maybe Tiff, you can put it in. I think it's housesittingworld.com. They also have a book that they wrote and then Jason published with his publishing company. And it's like on Amazon, I think it's $9. It's a great primer for house sitting. And then as far as actual house sitting websites, I'll put a few in the chat at the end here, guest. And Tiff, you could put these in as well. Trusted House Sitters, Nomador. If you could put some of those in, that'd be awesome. And Tiff is an expert house sitter. She house sits more than me now at this point, and she does a fantastic job with it. So she knows some advice with that. And Dustin, just get back to your question of how many businesses am I running at once? Basically, my Extra Pack of Peanuts site and Frequent Flyer. So everything that's involved with that, which includes Frequent Flyer Bootcamp, the Paradise Pack, which we do once a year, and Location Indie. So 3 businesses, but they make money a variety of ways. So like Extra Pack of Peanuts makes money like if I sell a Frequent Flyer Bootcamp course. If someone signs up through a credit card, we make some money that way. If they buy health insurance, so we do some affiliate marketing. So like I always say that you should have multiple income streams that helps, but I wouldn't focus on that at once. I'd focus on one thing and then you'll start to see all the different opportunities. Okay. So Amaret asks, in location-independent lifestyle, how do you deal with maintaining romantic, platonic relationships with people who aren't traveling like you? Yeah, this is a really, really good question. And romantically, I cannot answer that because my wife travels with me quite a bit, and I haven't had to deal with that. But friendships, I found that I go away and I live my life and I come home and people are always really happy to see me, and I think that everyone deep down probably not that they're jealous, but they at least respect you for picking this lifestyle because they see that it's different and neat and interesting. I haven't had too much resentment, so I haven't had like friends drop off really. But what you'll find too is that it does change a little bit. I find myself surrounding myself. I still have all my old friends. I love them, but I spend a lot more time chatting with Jason and some of the people inside the Paradise Pack who become really close friends with me because they're looking for the same type of lifestyle. And so it's just easy to talk to them about it because they get it. And so, I keep my old friends and then a lot of new friendships pop up. And so I think that's really great because you're getting both sides of you served then, right? Like your old friends and what it was like before, and you have those really deep-seated things that only come with years and years of friendship. But then you have these new people who get you and you form a bond with really, really quickly. And Jason and I have only known each other for 2 years, and he's one of my best, closest friends. And so I think that happens, and it's a really cool side benefit is that you meet some amazing people who become really, really good friends. Olivia M says, if you have issues with mindset and commitment, you should check out Chase Jarvis's 30 Days of Genius. Lots of great nuggets in those interviews about overcoming fear. Yeah, stuff is great. I haven't checked that out, but thanks for that recommendation, Olivia. Astromis, I guess it should be mentioned in the email sent after buying the Paradise Pack, something like entering some of your website's courses or maybe time sensitive. So sign up to all the courses at the earliest, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, we're going to be sending that email out. We're actually going to be sending an email out. I wanted to get this Q&A done first as like the first thing that people can do. Come and chat with us on the Q&A. And then we're going to be sending an email out with all like kind of follow-up instructions and stuff. So you'll be getting that as well. And Gassan says, Omar, the creator of the $100 MBA, has a free course on their website on business idea validation. So check that out. Awesome. Thanks for that, Gassan. Okay, here's a question that people said. How to get a book deal password does not work. Can you help? I believe that's girl 2.0. Yeah. Okay, so that is the one issue that that's the only tech glitch we've run into so far with all 25 courses on there. And we're working with Quran currently to fix that. And so as soon as we have that fixed, we'll send out an email. So Tiff, if you could put that in the notes as well. So basically, you're going to be getting a follow-up email. It's going to be like how that is fixed and what to do. Reminding you to sign up for all the courses. Also be telling you about the Facebook group that we're running, and we'll also be telling you about Location Indie as well and how you can join. So those are some of the big things. So we will be sending that out either tomorrow or Monday. So make sure you be on your guard. We just wanted to get through this Q&A first because that was going to bring up other questions that people might have, and we wanted to like try to hit them all at once. Okay. Paige. Awesome. Just pretend the videos in the Paradise Pack are Netflix. Yeah, I can tell you this. They're going to be a lot more beneficial in the long run than Netflix. Not saying don't watch Netflix. I love Netflix too. I just finished Bloodline season 2. It was amazing. But yes, these will be, if you have to choose between binging on Netflix and binging on Paradise Pack, I'd say start with binging on Paradise Pack first, because you're going to be super motivated and there's a ton of awesome stuff. Yeah, and everyone is saying I'm going to be so behind on all my shows. Well, if you're behind on your shows because you're creating a better lifestyle, here's the key. Then when you're laying on a beach in Thailand or at the pool in Thailand because you're location dependent, it's cooler to watch your Netflix when you're in Thailand than it is to at your own home, right? Think of it that way. Okay, so okay, and Tiffany, okay, I'm sorry. Cool. Tiff talked about Quran's thing, how to get a book deal in there. Okay, great. Okay, what emails are you all emailing from when you send these updates? I haven't received any. Okay, so the email we'll be sending out to you guys, to be really clear, we're sending it to the email that you signed up with through the Paradise Pack. And Renal Travels, I assume you got one because you're on this. So because you're on this, I sent out an email from our Paradise Pack email address. It says like Jason and Trav, I think a slash, and then says like the Paradise Pack. So however you got, so we sent it out from that to about this Q&A session. So if you got that, that's the only email you will have gotten so far. The other emails I was talking about, you will be getting them. So, and Paige mentions, yeah, check the spam folder as well. Or the promotions tab. If you have Gmail, you know, they have the promotions tab now. Check that. So, and if it's going to your spam or it's going to your promotions tab, you can like click on it and say like, don't send it to spam, or like send it to my inbox instead of promotions. I would highly recommend you do that because you're going to be getting stuff from us that's really important. And so try to get it to be sent to your main inbox. So it'll be coming from, I think, Jason, Ampersand, Trav, you know, the Paradise Pack. So however you got this one, you'll continue to get more. So you did get this email about the Q&A, obviously, if you're on it. So we'll be sending out more. So please be on the lookout for that. And if you have any questions, you can send Tiff and Mike an email at support@theparadisepack. I know there's like, you know, they're getting a lot of emails, so give them some time to get through them, but we're trying to get to everyone as quickly as possible. Oh yeah, and they do come. Okay, and Tiff, that's a good point. They do come from support@theparadisepack.com. So if there's a way you can like label that email address as safe or whatever on your Gmail, they come from support@theparadisepack. Yeah, and Tiff is house sitting right now. And house sitting is, sorry, I'm reading some of these guys. Sorry, I tried two things at once. Can't do. House sitting you can do domestically, internationally. Yeah, and in the chat there is the book, Jason and Nat and Jody's book that I think you'll love. That's an incredible deal. And stuff like that. Okay. And anyone who is having problems, yeah, shoot Tiffany an email, and you'll be getting that. Okay, yeah, it's support@theparadisepack, just in case anyone's not reading the chat. At the Paradise Pack. If you do support@Paradise Pack, it's not going to go to us. And paradisepack.com, I think, is for ice packs. Unfortunately, maybe if we get big enough, guys, we'll buy paradisepack.com from that ice pack company. That'll be the goal for 2017 when we do our contributors. When we do our buyers thing. All right. Let's see. I know some of you guys are talking to Tiffany. Okay. Eric says, if I want to listen to this webinar again, how do we do that? Where do we access that? We will have that live on this page for right now. So, if you want to access that, yes, you can watch it from here. And Tiff, if you can put that in our notes as well, that will send this Q&A out to anyone as well. Like that'll go out to people as well in a video, in a link. Like we'll have it live somewhere, so you'll be able to get access to that as well. So we'll be sending that out via email. So we've got a lot to send out via email to you guys. So yes, please make sure that you check this. And I just am really excited because we've got a really cool support system in place this year that didn't really exist last year, between people joining Location Indy and us going to be doing some of these sessions, and just some amazing people helping us out with Tiff and Mike and just, yeah, it's awesome. So we're going to have a lot of support for you guys because we want to make sure that you do it. We want to have this 2017 Paradise Pack be buyers from 2016, and we want you to literally change your life, which you've taken the first step by getting the Paradise Pack, and then even a further step by hopping on here and asking questions. So that's our goal. So does anyone else have any other questions that I can answer right now? Anything else that I just that you want me to answer last minute or have Tiff answer? Tiff, thanks so much. You rock as always. I mean, come on. Can we all give her, it might be weird if you're clapping at your desk, a round of applause. She's amazing. And the only reason we're able to do this Paradise Pack and have it run so smoothly is because of Tiff and Mike, who's not as in the forefront, but he's been helping answer the support emails as well. And there's a few other people behind the scenes Matt and Lily and some other people too, who are also it's just crazy the amount of people that go into this and the amazing people. And I'm just feel blessed to be kind of face forward and be helping you out. All right. Anyone else, questions or any comments? Remember, you can email support@theparadisepack.com. You can do that. Tiffany has, thank you guys. It's awesome. Giving her some love there. Yeah, she deserves it. Trust me, she deserves it. She's been in Scotland sitting at her computer, sipping on a little scotch and answering your support emails. And she has just been fantastic. And it's been amazing that it's able to go so smooth. And we have 1,600 people buying and people joining LI, Location Indy, and all that. It's just been crazy that it's been able to go off so smooth and absolutely amazing. So, okay, I don't think we have any other questions because people are saying thanks and thank you guys. And it's just amazing. We are here to help you, and I mean that. And again, listen, I know that you're gonna dip a little bit. That's normal. Like, we're all gonna dip. We're gonna go back to normal life, and we had a crazy week. And it was amazing. And I'm already feeling like I'm going to do a podcast on Location Indy about like the after effects. And you're going to dip a little bit. But here's my advice as we leave this session is put support in place so that as you come off that cloud nine, off that high, that you don't go down to the bottom and have to claw your way back up. So whatever that support can be, whether that's joining Location Indy, whether that's getting into the Facebook group that we're going to start with Paradise Pack, whether that's even just opening the emails that we send you, seeing what's going on, and hopping on these sessions. Like, we are going, this is my guarantee to you, is that I will provide you as much support as humanly possible, that the team will. I personally and Tiffany and Jason will provide you with that, and we'll do these kind of Q&As and all that kind of stuff. But please just, put stuff in place, whether it's that kind of stuff, whether it's finding someone in the chat today that you resonate with and reaching out to them right now and saying, hey, would you like to stay in contact? And help each other stay accountable, because that's what we do inside Location Indy, is we try to partner you up or get you in masterminds. Whatever it is, please keep that support, build that support system so that when you do come off, you only dip to here, and then you can quickly come back and you only dip to here, and you're always moving forward. So yes, we'll be sending out an email. So we got lots to send out an email about and lots to do over this weekend to get you guys going for next week with the Facebook group. No, we haven't sent it out yet. With how to join Location Indy, with some of the resources we mentioned and all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you joining us today. This is the best part of every one of my days, is when I can interact with everyone and just hang out. And more of this to come, and more information on the awesome stuff that we're going to do with supporting you, and hopefully in-person stuff and retreats and conferences. No rest for the weary. It's time to get this in place so that we can all have fun and hang out together. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. And thank you, Tiffany, for all your hard work. Thank you, everyone, for giving her some love and support. And just really excited to help welcome you and help you into this location independent community, and really pumped for next year's Paradise Pack, because at least 4 people have accepted the challenge. So thank you guys. And we will chat soon. And please reach out to us if you have any questions. Cheers.